the University of Wolverhampton, I'm a drum teacher here. Here is the only place I work at where we have one-to-one sessions, and I come from that background, and I think the value of one-to-one sessions can't be emphasized enough. Working within a group, and I do group teaching, is fantastic, and you know, it encourages conversation between musicians. That's great, and a certain amount of competitiveness as well. But I don't think you really get to the heart of what a musician really thinks unless you get him in a one-to-one situation. And then, of course, they're able to genuinely tell you what their musical hang-up might be, or weakness, or what they'd genuinely like to work on. And no amount of, you know, as fantastic as the internet is, no amount of watching someone on YouTube do something, or a DVD or whatever, can replace the idea of a one-to-one session that's bespoke and completely takes in the needs of that particular student. Wolverhampton University is the only one that encourages that complete one-to-one idea. Independence is very important, four-way coordination, things they just might not have covered up to that stage. They often want to know about jazz independence, virtually without exception, I would say. They're always keen to do something on that, and Latin music, so that opens up a whole new grab bag of concepts in terms of what we actually go over. I'm very keen for them to improve their technique. So we'll work from technique books, including stick control, master studies. There's a really great syncopation book by Ted Reed that we work from. By the time the third year happens, we're getting into much more advanced actual technique concepts. That's happening with a couple of the students now who are in my third years. So it's a lot more intensified in terms of the technical exercises we're working on. They might ask for a specific rhythm, and yes, of course, I demonstrate that rhythm, but I also write it down for them as well. One of my first year students, he's doing a rush track at the minute, and obviously it's from the rock school syllabus, so that there is a chart to go with that. Now, of course, we listen to the track lots of times, but you can't always just, you know, hear everything just by listening. It really backs things up to have some, you know, some musical theory. So yeah, it's backing up what they hear, and in the long run, it's going to make it a lot easier. And of course, if they can genuinely get into reading, then their employment opportunities are going to be wider. But you've just got a more of a voice in a practical situation. You know, if you with other musicians and they go, oh yeah, it's that figure there, or we're going from this place in the bar, or you know, yeah, it's a push on that quaver, or you know, it gives you a voice, gives you a musical vocabulary, and I think that's important. My professional experience as a freelance musician, that entails playing all manner of music, from some show work, some big band stuff, to function work, and a lot of original things as well. It helps having that wide musical experience, and you don't realise just how much until they come in with certain things, because 9 times out of 10 you would have experienced either playing that track or something that's like that track, or try and pass on your experience of how it might be in a actual playing situation. But I think you always need to go into any playing situation with yes, having prepared, but an open mind as well. It's no good just thinking, okay, this is definitely going to go this way, because as you know, it can go in completely the opposite direction. So yeah, it's nice to be able to pass on that experience. I would very much class myself as a player that teaches rather than the other way around, although I do love teaching and passing on that experience.